Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Long Island Hustle. With us today, I am so very excited. This is not only our first episode, but it is also a really special episode because I have someone here that I just love with all my heart, and also Don Sill.
I knew that was coming.
I'm just kidding. These are both people who are just absolutely amazing in my life and amazing in general. So with us today, we have Tawny Engel.
Hello.
How you doing, Tawny?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy that you're here. And we also have Don Sill with us today. As everyone knows, he's the content creator extraordinaire. And also any large bird in the NFL, that's usually him. Right? That's you as the content director for all the best large birds in the NFL. And a lot of people don't know that.
I was going to say, I don't know that.
Yeah. A lot of
Freddie Falcon, from the Atlanta Falcons.
I told you the birds.
Yeah.
Wow.
All the birds.
Yeah, but I appreciate that. It's awesome to be here and representing all the large birds. So, so there we go.
At the Long Island Hustle, that's what we're representing. We are representing artists and people on Long Island who make it amazing, who hustle every day to do amazing things. And to start the show off, I thought I'd share a great clip that people have tried to scrub from the internet, but I was able to get that scrub. Thank you to Lit on Long Island. The hustle of the week has to go to the Hempstead Police Station. They made an amazing rap song, and since it's off the internet now, I would like to share it all with you on live stream. So,
Hempstead Village got that real tight swing. Protect and serve with the badge they wear. They keep the block safe everywhere. Hempstead vibes strong. We stand as one. Under the moon or the blazing sun.
Come out now with your hands up, or I will send my dog. He will bite.
Hempstead Police, always on time. Night patrol, steady with the lights aglow. Guarding every corner, rain, sleet or snow. A heartbeat of the town. We know the grind through the chaos.
all right,
Yeah.
excellent. That was good,
That was
right?
awesome.
Wow.
What did you think of that, Don?
I thought it was dope AF, as the kids would say. No, I thought it was awesome. It's good to see. It's good to see the police, doing some music and kind of reaching out to the community like that. That was pretty awesome. I think, who says we should do fund? I say fund them.
I
Keep it
say
going.
fund everyone for the most part, but also do some good trainings,
Sure.
which you
sure.
do at the Long Island Crisis Center.
Indeed, we do. We do. Would you like me to share with you what we do?
Please.
Oh, please. We do a lot of professional trainings for the community on suicide prevention, as well as cyberbullying, as well as working with the LGBTQ community.
And
All
that's
important
about
stuff.
it. Just kidding. There's so much.
Oh, there's
and
so much more, but we
there's
would be here
so
all
much
night, and
more.
I don't want to bore you. So
yeah, it is. It never bores me. You know that.
No, I don't think that's it.
Yeah, it was really important for me though to have Don hear that song because a lot of people know Don Sill in the comedy world, but they don't know him. That he started. When did you start your career? In 40 years ago, right? Like you were just like a young.
Feels
child.
like about 40 years ago. Yeah, it was probably it was the when I was doing rap music and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 86, 87.
86.
Because you got to remember, I'm
87.
from Brentwood, Long Island, home of VPMD, Craig Mack.
Mhm.
Across the way, we had CI, where you had the JVC Force, who kind of coined the phrase "Strong Island." We're in Strong Island Studios right now,
Yeah.
and then Keith Murray and all those guys. Bismarck was around the way. So all these guys, my age, I came up with those guys. So
That's
everybody
amazing.
in our neighborhood had a rap group,
They did.
and and it was
And
pretty awesome.
all the white kids aspired to have a rap group or at least have a sitcom about rap, which is so important and something that a lot of people don't know about Don. Because when you think of Don Sill, he does the Donversations podcast, but you don't think Don Sill hanging out with Ed Lover. So cue to clip Don Sill and Kankasaurs.
Oh yeah, the legend
hanging out with Ed Lover.
oh, I can't wait
Yeah.
to see this.
Be close by, in the vicinity. Ed Lover? Ed Lover, is that you?
Yeah, it's me, man.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
How
man?
you doing, brother?
You really gonna try to shake my hand with the same hand you hold your stuff with, huh?
My bad, dude. My bad. I'm sorry. I should have,
Yeah, don't.
But what are the odds of two hip hop legends taking a piss right next to each other, huh?
Two hip hop legends.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a legend. I know I'm a legend, but
Yes, you are.
Two of us, huh?
Yes.
That's your legend, you don't mind. I guess.
Yes, indeed, man. So I've been trying to get a hold of you for a long time. I've left, some voicemails for you if you got them or not. But
A lot of voicemails.
well, since I got you here, man, and we're having this little meeting right now.
Meeting?
Yeah.
I'm trying to handle my business, bro. It's not a meeting.
Exact handle of business, right?
Right.
You're handling business. This is business, man. So I basically, while I got you here in my office, I wanted to see for you, like the last few years, man. I've been trying to get on Yo MTV Raps. So.
You do know that Yo MTV Raps ended in '96, right?
Ended in '96.
Yeah, we don't even have Yo MTV Raps anymore.
That's like 20 years ago.
Yeah. There's no more Yo MTV Raps. Sorry.
What about radio show?
The Ed Lover Show with Moni Love.
Ed Lover Show, Moni Love. Yeah.
But that's classic hip hop. You have to be like a classic hip hop artist. You know, you got to have a classic hip hop song, hip hop or R&B for us to put it on the show
Exactly.
and interview the person.
Exactly.
You understand that?
Yeah, totally, man.
Right. You have a classic hip hop record.
Yeah, man. you pretending like you don't remember. No, look, back in the day, like 1986, who farted? That's me. Who farted? It wasn't me who farted.
No.
Yo, what am I gonna see?
No.
Really?
Don't remember that one. No. I'm quite sure it's a great song, but I just
Dope as hell.
I
man.
don't recall that at all, bro. Sorry.
Hey, so yo, like I was gonna say, man, could I rap for you?
Right here in the bathroom.
I want to spit some. I got some fat rhymes. I want to get
Right here.
Dude, right here.
In the bathroom?
Dude, the acoustics in this place really insinuate my dope ass voice, man.
Okay. Yeah. Why not? You're a talented guy, right? You're talented.
Dude, I appreciate that, man.
No problem.
All right, let me get ready, and then I'm gonna come out.
You gotta get ready.
I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna get myself like in the zone.
Right.
Might
Okay.
produce, but
Okay, hey,
I'll hold
whatever works for you.
And-
Okay. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Why
Give me a
not?
second.
All right.
I'll be right out. Be right out.
Okay.
Get ready.
All right.
MC survive with that high self-esteem. Ed? 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 Maybe it was all a dream. I gotta stop eating those brownies, man. Ed?
Remember that? Oh my god!
Wow.
That is
that was the Kankasaurus.
amazing.
Yes, thanks. That was awesome. I haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, that was on Funny or Die. We were doing the Kankasaurus sketches, and yeah, Ed Lover, as you know, if anybody in hip hop knows, Ed Lover is a legend in rap world. Yo MTV Raps
94.7 right now.
Yeah, Yo MTV Raps pretty much put hip hop on the map mainstream. It really helped push hip hop. You know, from the when it first came out, you know, really kind of put it on to the radar and made it mainstream. So, you know, props to Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, the original Dr. Dre, the Long Island Dr.
Dre, yeah, not Dr. Dre, la da 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 da, but the actual
Yeah.
Dr. Dre. So, how did you get Ed Lover to do that?
So I was in Atlanta, and I knew a guy, another rapper, legendary rapper from New Jersey named YZ,
Mhm.
who used to have a bunch of hit songs, and he's also friends with connected with Daddy-O from Stetsasonic. This is all old school rap. You guys might not have heard of them.
We're here for it.
But Stetsasonic, legends in the game, first rap band and all this stuff. And if they're watching, shout out to Daddy-O, YZ. And they told me that we could get Ed Lover, that he really wanted to come, because this is all in Atlanta, that he wanted to check out the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So I gave Ed Lover a tour. And then I said, hey, if you want to come to a game,
you have
hook
to
you
do
up with-
this for me.
I'll hook you up with tickets, but we got to do this thing.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, what do we got to do? I'll be like, it takes place in the bathroom.
You were
He's
like,
he's
you're like,
wait,
you
what?
know what we got to do.
He's like, what am I getting into in the bathroom? I was like, yeah, just me and you in the bathroom, man. It'd be fun. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
And that's also oddly enough kind of how me and Don met.
Yeah.
He was up
You
me
guys
and
were
you.
hanging
He's like,
out.
you want to go in the bathroom? And I'm like, Don, I'm okay.
This is just his MO. This is what he
That's
does.
what I do. I just
All
like to hang out in the
All right,
bathroom.
yeah, if Don likes you, he'll just take you to the bathroom. He's like, you want to hang out? And you're like, so you have a home? And he's like, the bathroom at CVS. He texted me like 4 bathroom locations before this. He's like, I'll be at the CVS.
Yeah, but which bathroom?
Leonardo's.
You know, like, yeah, there's one at JC Penney's. There's one in
Oh God, JC Penney's bathroom. It's like closed down.
That's
Don's under the flickering light. You're just like, This is weird. This is very weird.
Then there's the rest stop bathrooms. Those are the.
I don't know much about that, but
Yeah.
tell us more.
Yeah. Where was this particular bathroom?
That bathroom was actually in
Falcon.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so,
You didn't have to go too far.
Yeah, we have to. It was right across the hallway from our control room. So
Perfect.
yeah, so it was like I just it was easy. I had my intern
Yeah.
film it. Yeah.
Ed Lover is great. His comedic
Yeah,
timing.
his timing
Oh,
is
he was awesome.
off the hook.
He was awesome. And then afterwards, I had to take him down to the field, take a bunch of pictures. He brought his girlfriend with him. I was like their photographer for like an hour after
You
that.
kind of owe them. You probably were in the bathroom for like an hour and a half. Like,
Yeah,
doing
the
that.
shoot went relatively fast. It was, we kind of improv'd a lot of it. I told him basically what I was going to do, and he just played off me. And
it was really good. And it's something that I hope isn't forgotten. There's a Kankasaur series. You can find it on YouTube. It's a little hidden, but you can find it. And I've watched the whole thing. Like, I think it's hysterical. It is a Don Sill classic. And how funny that you have classics.
yeah, wow.
I think I'm the only one, but it is
Hey, if
a
anybody
Don
wants
Sill
to-
classic.
yeah, check out the Kankasaurus, man. It's me and Johnny G, John Grant.
And
Uh,
that was mostly filmed in North Carolina, right?
That was in North Carolina. Then I moved. That's why I started doing them alone, because John couldn't come out to Georgia. But yeah, it started in North Carolina. Me and Johnny G and a whole group of us. We had another film. I don't know if you ever saw that. It's called Change of Scenery, COS. It's about a aging white rap group that kind of reunites to kind of hit the scene and do it again.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure
And
we'll
then-
have that.
Is it a
soon.
comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, just
it's like
sounds like it.
a mockumentary.
There we go.
Yeah.
All
It's like
right, I
Spinal
love that.
Tap,
I
but
love
better.
that.
Yes,
but
exactly like a
better.
Spinal Tap. Yes.
So Tawny,
My
you
favorite.
are no stranger to creativity. I know we did when I'll show that soon, but you have been all around the United States.
Indeed, I have. Yes.
And tell us a little bit about that, because you have made a stride through the US. You've met so many cool people, but really I want to focus on what made you amazing today. Like, what are a couple of things that happened to you that made you this person that is the director of the Crisis Center, that is my best friend, that is so amazing behind the camera. We actually will show in a little bit. We shot a clip with Tawny and she blossomed. She stole the whole show from us and is just such a
On
wonderful
That was my
actress.
intent.
And from belly dancing, I mean, I could talk about you for hours.
Oh, you belly dance too?
Listen,
Yeah.
these are all past lives that she is talking about.
Absolutely
She's asking
not.
what makes me amazing today, and I'm sitting here thinking, I took 2 naps today, so I don't know.
But it's all a body
Not-
of work. It's a lifetime that makes
Yeah.
you
It is a
amazing.
lifetime work.
Yes.
I'm exhausted.
You
now
earn
from
those
it all.
naps. You earn
Well,
those naps.
not
Belly
only-
dancing's not easy.
Yeah, not only did she grow Pride for Youth, which is an amazing, amazing nonprofit on Long Island that started out in Belmore, and now they also have a location in Brentwood.
It's
Deer
actually in Deer Park. Yeah.
They have a location in Deer Park now. Not only did she pretty much quadruple the services there, started a new
No.
office.
Not me, but
You
all the sta-
facilitated.
okay,
You-
I've been working there since when we met. We met there.
You were my intern.
Yeah, this is so exciting. It all comes full circle.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
was like 16 years ago.
Wow.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah,
Time flies,
We're
huh?
so old.
Yes,
I love it that you were always so amazing, and we always had such a great time.
we did.
And you made some of my dreams come true. You made me meet Gerard Way and
Oh.
ruined it. Because when I was a kid and seeing him at the downtown and drinking, I'm like, he's a rock star. And then I meet him and he's like, here's a picture of my kids.
Yeah, he's kind of a dork.
And I'm
Gerard
like,
Way.
Tawny,
Yeah.
what do we do? But we
Where's
were in the
Gerard Way
VIP.
from again? How
My
do I know?
Chemical Romance.
Oh, I knew I was like,
Yeah, at the peak of it, Tawny's like, I'm like, when I come to this concert, and she's like, oh, I actually know him. And I'm like, oh, might be. And then we went and we had the greatest time.
We did have the
spent
greatest time.
most
We
of the
barely
time-
we barely watched the show. We had VIP tickets that Gerard gave us.
Wow.
Up
And we
in the
just-
balcony
up in
and
the balcony,
everything.
we were
And
just
Had-
drinking on
we
the
kind of just went to
rooftop.
the bar and then talked with him after.
Yeah, we
after
saw
the
him
show. That was a lot
after.
of it was a lot of fun. It
It
was
was-
a really good night.
And that's not even anything that makes you cool at all, because I mean, the lives that you help, the people that you save, the rallies that you run, and we're going to get into this some more, but I do want to talk about what's coming up with the with this great run that happened. that finished.
So okay. Yeah. I've been with Long Island Crisis Center, PFY, formerly Pride for Youth, again for 16 years. And I've done a lot of different roles within the agency, counseling, running programs. I was the director for a while. I certainly I appreciate the accolades, but I certainly did not do any of the expansion on
Connie
my, on
did
my
a
own.
bunch of
This
the
is
expansion, but you put the right people in the right spots.
Okay, I'll take
You'll
that.
take
I'll
that.
take that. But yeah, so now what my role is development and fundraising for this really awesome nonprofit. Long Island Crisis Center has been around for over 50 years, and PFY has been around for 33 years at this point, going on 33. And so in my role, I get to do all these really cool things like really wacky fundraisers that people do. People will reach out and they just know about our services. They think we're a great agency, and which we are, and they want to do crazy things to raise money. And so about 3 years ago, I had this guy, Christopher LaMagna, who reached out to me. He is actually the executive chef at the Babylon Mercantile,
Oh, wow.
right next door in Babylon.
Wow.
And he reached out to me. He became a runner during the pandemic. He took up running to kind of cope with some of his own mental health struggles. And at Long Island Crisis Center, you know, that's what we do is it's all crisis intervention,
Coping skills.
It's, you know, we're a mental health, health and human services organization. So he reached out to us.
And I'm your biggest project yet.
So he had reached out to us because he wanted to kind of give back to the community and give to a local organization. But it was really funny because he called me. And I remember it was a dreary morning. We were still kind of, you know, not in lockdown, but working from home. And I was on my cell phone. And I remember it was real foggy out. It was kind of just a surreal day. And he calls me and he has this really kind of just mellow voice. And he's like, I'm just calling to let you know that I'm going to run from Montauk to Central Park. And I'm going to raise some money for you all at Long Island Crisis Center. And I kind of, my jaw hit the floor and I kind of, and
how many
I
miles
thought,
is that?
I thought that's 130.
Wow.
He, and I thought it was a joke. I really did. I
You're
thought
like,
it was a joke. I'm like, that's a
kid.
real thing. Yeah.
Listen,
Who the hell is
kid.
this? It was just, it was really, it was, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a prank. I'm not going to lie. Turns out, no, not a prank. Not only has he now done this fundraiser for us 3 times, running from the Montauk Lighthouse to Central Park.
Wow.
One straight shot. But this was his 4th year. He just last week ran from Lake George to the Montauk Lighthouse.
That's
which
crazy.
is 351
I won't even
miles.
drive to Lake George with my family.
I said the same.
That's
Well, you would, but
insane. I mean, I won't. With my
I
extended
said the
family,
same
but
thing.
my main family, yes, but I won't do it with like in-laws. No way.
Yeah, with the original run from Montauk to Central Park, about how long does that take him?
22 hours.
And he runs 22 hours straight?
Yep. He stops once to use the bathroom.
Only
That's
one bathroom
about
break?
it. Yeah.
I take 2
He's
bathroom breaks
sweating
when
it
I'm
out the
watching
rest
like a
of the
show.
way.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's
insane.
amazing.
Wow.
It's the coolest thing. And like I said, it makes my job so much fun when people want to do these crazy things. And this one takes the cake, I will say.
You inspire people to do these crazy things.
Well,
though. No, you do. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I know it's a podcast, but you are such an inspiration to all the youth on Long Island and
Oh,
everyone you
thank
work
you.
with.
Thank you.
I mean, you've inspired me to do so many things.
Inspired me too. And I'm going to
and I'm going to go run right now.
I'm going to do a run from here to the car and back.
Yeah.
And that would take me about 20 hours.
Don's like, I'm going to smoke a joint, do a run.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to come back and take a nap for the crisis center.
Yeah.
But if we could actually cue that up, I'd love to see Chris. If we could do the clip of Christopher LICC,
Nice.
get that going.
This is him doing the run?
Yeah,
Oh, very cool.
It's him running. Okay. I would love to see this.
I would love to
I
see
will
it
say,
too.
Christopher, every year he has raised more and more money for us. And this year, in the years past, he's raised about like $8,000 for us, which is incredible for an organization like ours. We are a very grassroots, small organization. And this year, believe it or not, he raised over $21,000 for us.
Wow.
Yeah, he did
21
this-
grand. That's amazing.
He did this run over the course of 5 days, started on Saturday, the 22nd of March, and he ended on the evening out in Montauk on Wednesday, the 26th.
Wow.
It like you can't even get your head around something
Yeah.
like that, right? I mean, he ran 75 miles a day each day.
Wow.
And
God bless him. And
Yeah.
he's doing it for a
God bless
great
We're just going to
cause.
need a minute on that video, okay? Stall.
All right. Well, we're going to take a second just for that minute, but I would like to say that these guys are no stranger to each other. they've met before. I know you're like
Yes.
what is all of this magic happening? Why
The
are they
chemistry,
the
my goodness.
Yes,
chemistry.
we're all connecting.
It's amazing. But you know, I've had some changes in my life recently, and during those changes, I have these like episodes of like I want to do things, and I force my friends to do them with me. And Tani was on board, but to get Don on board was absolutely amazing. So I wanted to, I got them on board. This really showcases how I feel about Don Sill being amazing, and maybe how others don't see that, but you will.
But they don't see that he's amazing.
I don't know. 'Cause this is a big fight I have with Don all the time because I think that Don's fantastic and is so talented and has done all this throughout his career. I'm like, why is he talking to me?
Oh,
Like you should be
I
like
see.
far and away in LA, like and like living the life. Like I should call Don and like someone answers and be like, you have the wrong number. You know, and it's like, Don, what? And that's how I feel like this should go. But it's gonna happen this year.
He should have an entourage around him at all times.
I think we are now.
Well,
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
could be the
right.
entourage.
Right, we'll be behind
yeah,
him.
we
Yeah.
didn't tell you.
We've been following you.
Is that-
we've been following you. Sorry. But yeah, if we can go ahead and show the clip of Coffee with Don and Tawny.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Is that guy Kurt Loder? Is Kurt Loder even alive?
No, Jen, that guy's not Kurt Loder. I interviewed Kurt Loder a bunch of times, and that's not Kurt Loder.
Wow, I can't believe how many people you've interviewed and know. Like even Joe Rogan.
Joey? Yeah, man. Told him everything he knows.
Hey, what can I get you guys? Can I please have a large caramel latte with oat milk?
And I'll have a small coffee with a little bit of agave sweetener, just like 1 teaspoon if you got it back there. And also oat milk would be nice. And just a dash of cinnamon if you have it. Thanks.
You got it. Can I get a name?
Oh, yeah, it's Don Sill. You need me to spell it? I love it when they act like that. It's Don Sill. Thank you.
Don, you've had like such an amazing career. Like everything that you've done, what's next for Don Sill?
Jen, large caramel latte, and John Till, a small coffee with agave, oat milk, and that dash of cinnamon. John Till.
Wow, that guy's got the same order as me.
So good.
This was such
fun
an amazing
stuff.
thing. And Don actually
was
edited that and
Yeah.
came so prepared with his lines and everything.
Oh yeah.
Me and Tony were like, what are we doing? And I wrote the script and Don was on it, prepared. I've never seen someone more prepared in my life.
It was amazing.
That was such a fun day.
I had a blast. And thanks for letting us use your house. It was a beautiful house you have there.
Thank
it looks
you.
awesome inside.
It is absolutely awesome. And it's actually on the weekends, you're a barista and people come from around. It's like an underground barista situation. Like you've heard of underground
Yes,
bars.
there's one little coffee shop in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you like, do they?
Like, do I do that?
Do I do that?
Do I do that? You
Oh,
do. You do.
You know what? Don't put that out there.
I'll show up Sunday morning in my pajamas. I heard there's coffee.
you
I
can show
heard.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people start coming to the house.
That is how I had that. That is how you find Jen now. Like I do come to people's house in my pajamas. Like, hey, what's up? In the area. Thought about hanging out. Poor Don is like in his basketball shorts outside shooting hoops, and I'm just like, "What's up, man?"
You got
He gives me an
coffee.
Like, I just
inspirational
want some
talk.
coffee, man.
Yeah, I'm like, "Yo, man, I'm feeling real down," and Don's like, "You can't feel down. Just don't be a clown and just shoot the hoop." I'm like,
that's,
wow.
that's how it always
I want
is.
that
around
agave sweetener, man.
Yeah.
Shooting
and that
hoops.
oat milk and that dash of cinnamon.
Yeah, it's just cinnamon.
Don't stop till you get that dish of cinnamon. Nothing like that. And it's like, wow, coolest guy in the world. Coolest guy in the world.
Oh my god.
We get Ed Lover and Gerard Way to hang out.
Oh,
we could-
whoa! You just
Whoa.
blew
Yeah,
my
we could
mind.
mix-
I don't know if
yeah.
you
I
saw
think
that.
I would explode.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
think my brain would actually go in half and
That would be
explode.
so
Right down the
awesome.
middle.
Oh god.
Ed Lover and Gerard Way.
Can I come?
I didn't.
Like no one invited me yet, but can I come? That
Yeah,
sounds
I mean,
amazing.
I would beatbox while Gerard sings, and then we could have Ed Lover rap. And
And
it would be a whole
And me
thing.
and Tiny will just be in the corner like
I'll make the coffee.
Yeah.
Ted Glover. Can I get a Ted Glover?
A Ted Glover.
Ted
Ted
Glover.
Glover.
Yeah,
Gerald-
We are ready with that
Gerald
video.
Bay.
Sorry for
Gerald
the delay.
Bay.
But to get back to this amazing guy, Christopher, who raised funds for the LICC, we are going to go ahead and show a great clip that we pulled off Instagram.
Working out every day is not enough.
65, I was 17.
That's so cute.
I don't know where I'm running. Running on empty. Running blind.
That is
That was awesome.
amazing. And they were also featured on News 12 3 times, which is pretty impressive.
Pretty intense.
Pretty intense. Where, if we wanted to donate for this, is it still available to donate to?
It is still available. You go to longislandcrisiscenter.org/La Magna Run. It's LAMAGNA Run.
La Magna Run.
The people run with him, like as he's going, like Rocky, like or something, or Forrest Gump or
Forrest
something.
Gump.
Yeah, yeah.
I call him Forrest Gump
I
all
saw
the time.
people driving next to him too,
Yeah.
which for me was like an issue.
So, well, that's his
Danger.
crew.
Word, okay.
They're there on
Yeah,
purpose.
you need a team just in case he collapses or
right,
something.
right,
or,
right. They
Yeah.
kept him, you know,
Hydrated.
hydrated, nourished, you know, kept an eye on him, made sure he was safe the whole way. They were absolutely phenomenal. It was his coach, Nick, and one of his best friends, Phil, who's also a runner, and they, and also his girlfriend, Melissa, but they were on this RV that they had gotten donated, and yeah, the whole way. So,
That's
so
amazing.
not only did he stay awake that whole time, but they were also awake alongside him, posting on social media, making sure that this whole event was a huge success. And yeah, so then by the time they got down to Long Island, you know, that's when everybody started kind of kicking in around here because he's Long Island based, we're
Right.
Long Island based,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people really started picking up and, you know,
I get cranky
donating and-
without like a nap.
oh, I can't even.
I can't imagine.
It's hard enough driving through the night. Imagine
Yeah,
running
My
through
foot
the
cramped today. I was driving so much that I had a foot cramp. And I was like, I'm in the car like, and this guy's just like
Yeah.
running from Lake George.
I just want to try running like one exit, like on LAE, just one exit to the
Why
other.
did you choose the LIE though? That's like very dangerous.
That is very dangerous. He did, I swear he did.
What
run
does he
on
run
that.
on? Like, what was that,
Adrenaline.
like Montauk Highway? What's he running on?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Montauk Highway. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I just want to run an exit, like the length of an exit.
Do you think that maybe the danger will give you the adrenaline to go? That like maybe you'll get hit by a car because they're whizzing past you and you'll just be like, I gotta make it to the next
When I was a
exit.
kid, me and my friends used to ride our bikes on the LAE,
Oh.
like on the grass. The cars would be honking at us. Get the,
I
one
can
guy yelled, "Get
imagine.
off the road! You guys are crazy!" We're like, "Ha ha!" We just-
Yeah,
We're
but
so
back in the day,
stupid.
it was like horses and buggies. They were like,
Right.
you know, like, hey, you're bothering my horse. Don
Back
was
in,
like,
back in
"Oh."
Don's day.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was old Fords. With the horn, like,
Oh my god. When I
the T1.
I
what
thought
are
you,
they?
were- I thought you were
Ford
going to say because
Ts?
what I used to do to get myself to run, because I hate running. I'll just
Not
put
a
that out
fan.
there. I love Christopher LaMagna because he's amazing.
Yeah,
thank you,
God bless him.
Christopher,
No,
for doing great
no,
things. For the Crisis
yeah,
Center.
absolutely no shade on anybody who does running, but me, for myself, I just don't enjoy it. But if I ever did have to run, I would pretend that I was being chased by an axe murderer.
I
Right?
would.
That's like
That's the
That's
motivation.
exhilarating.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody needs a
Just-
carrot on the stick. You know, you need a
Need
reason to
something.
Oh my
run.
God.
So it was actually funny you had brought up like the cars coming through and beeping their horn and how the horns have actually changed throughout the years. One of my first horns that my dad put into my Cutlass, he thought it was hysterical, was like the Godfather intro. So if you honked it once, you had to wait like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And he thought it was the funniest thing. And I
It
was
is.
like, and I also had a fan clipped on to where the sunroof should be. I don't know if you remember this.
I do. I
And it
yeah.
ran on the AC because I didn't have air conditioning, so
Right.
it ran on like the battery.
Right.
So this car was like a mess. And like if I honked the horn out of urgency, it was like now I have the whole Godfather theme to sit through. And it was the worst. So yeah, you may have lived
Nobody
through a
could take that
time-
seriously.
I know.
And people would like, I'd be at a stoplight, people like, what's that fan run on? I'm like, obviously my dignity. And it's running very, very low right now.
And I
But,
was
we-
honking because I want you out of my way.
Yeah. and now we all have to listen to the Godfather intro, which is very upsetting to everyone.
It's hard to honk and be mad at somebody like
Yeah.
with a theme song.
Yeah.
So bad. And my dad's like, he thought it was so. I remember like coming home and he's like, I worked on your car. I'm like, you worked on my car? Like, what does that mean? And then he's like,
Oh, you'll see.
I'm like looking around. I'm like, everything looks the same. And then like honk the horn later. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is a problem. This is an issue. Yeah. So my dad's like, too busy to fix brakes. But he's like,
but that
you know, the Godfather theme. For
There you
your-
go.
that
There's always
car
time
was
for the
mess.
Godfather. you
There's
know?
always your respect. Word. So I did want to take a moment, this is our first podcast here, and I'm so excited to be joined by friends.
on April Fool's Day.
On
no
April
less.
Oh,
Fool's
yeah,
Day. And I'm
April
not
Fool's
pulling any
Day.
foolies. I'm gonna be honest. Did anyone pull any foolies today?
I did not. I wasn't feeling it today.
Yeah.
But I did tell you, I thought I was going to show up here tonight and the doors were going to be closed and the lights were going to be out. And this was going to be the
Well,
April
you
Fool's.
know
Day.
what?
It was a big joke, elaborate joke.
I was like,
April Fool!
Don's not gonna show up. He's just gonna be like, I'm not coming.
He's
And I'm gonna
like,
be
April
"Rude.
Fools."
That's rude. But I don't like to be tricked. Like, period.
Yeah, I don't either.
I
I
don't.
do
you enjoy a good prank?
I-
I don't.
I don't like negative pranks. Like one time I had a prank on me. It was my ex, and she gave me a scratch off, and I won $10,000. And I'm literally like, yeah, I'm jumping around.
Aw.
And that was the joke. That wasn't a real.
You're like,
Oh,
the
that's-
joke was that I
yeah.
thought of a life
So it's like-
together with you.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, I can put a down payment on a house. We don't have to struggle no more. And then she's like,
I'm
Kidding.
so
That's
happy,
so
like
cool.
yeah, and we're jumping around, and I was jumping, I'm holding her hand, we're jumping together, and then I could see it in her eyes that she was laughing at me, not with me, like she was just like, and I was like,
you
And
bitch.
is that why she's your ex?
yeah,
Yeah,
that day I
That
said,
day,
"Oh,
that was
yeah."
it.
What about you, Tony? Have you gotten any tricks played on you? Or
Yeah.
have you played any foolies?
I'm still scarred to this day. First grade.
Tell us about your trauma.
See, it
First
never
grade.
goes away.
April Fool. It doesn't.
Yeah.
First grade, April Fool's Day. I was eating lunch in my classroom as one does in first grade, and we were watching a film that day, so the lights were out. I remember this. It was dark in the room, and I'm eating away at my sandwich, and I look and I go, oh my gosh, there's a Twinkie. My mom put a Twinkie in my lunch, and this is wonderful. I go and I open the Twinkie, and I literally just bit right into
It
it.
was toothpaste.
And it was a bar of soap.
A bar of
Oh.
soap?
bar
The
of
wench.
soap.
Oh wow.
I-
What
know,
a
and-
floor.
And looking back, I don't really understand why I didn't realize the weight of it or
Yeah.
the
Right, yeah,
smell.
Because
or
the
yeah.
Twinkie was exciting.
the Twinkie was so exciting that I think all
and also,
Right,
senses
you
went
just-
out
and
the
you were little, you were
door.
young, you weren't,
And
you didn't
it
have
was-
life experience
I-
yet. you didn't know
about
that
the
people are mean.
including my own
but
mother.
who
Right.
concocted that? Because like I was thinking it would be like something like something like that you took the cream out and put something in. But if someone put a bar of soap in a Twinkie, that means someone somewhere.
Your mom did that.
It was actually a bar of soap shaped like a Twinkie and wrapped to be yeah. So,
So
mom's a bitch.
that would have been really.
But think
cool.
about the
Yeah,
joy.
I
Put a
was
bar
like,
of soap
wow.
inside the Twinkie.
But think about the joy that your mom had when she put it in your lunch. She was probably like, I can't wait.
yeah.
She
That's my
probably
mom.
enjoyed it so
I don't-
much,
I don't like
knowing
that.
what was going to happen.
Yeah, but no, she actually didn't. She thought I had the life experience.
Oh, she
and
thought
the
you-
wherewithal.
oh, she
Like you
thought-
pull it out and be like,
Wah,
wah,
wah.
Wah.
Oh, mom,
But you
you're
pull
so
it there with like a
funny.
mouthful of soap. Whoa, I can't believe you do that. And you're like,
believe it.
She actually couldn't believe it, and she probably couldn't stop laughing when I told her.
Does she know that you were scarred for forever?
Yeah, because I still
Eternity.
talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm
Here we
I'm
are.
50, and
Yeah.
I still talk about.
Don't
I
say
brought
that
it.
about
I brought it.
yourself. I don't want to hear that.
Oh, but it's fine.
True.
But it, I just brought it up with her recently, and she still can't believe that I bit into it.
Does she still laugh when she thinks about it? Yeah, she's
I love
it's the gift that keeps on giving for her.
Yeah, I love those moments that you have with your kids. You think back and you're like, I will never do that to my
Why-
kid, but that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I don't like being tricked, so nobody
Yeah.
really goes to trick me. And if you do, it'll be an adverse reaction.
Right,
You
right,
know?
and there will be payback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm sedated for a reason. Like like
For your safety.
yeah,
For
for
your
everyone
safety.
else's safety, not for mine. I'll make it through. Trust me, you can't stop this.
I can understand that.
I'm a hurricane that comes through, but Thank you guys for coming to this podcast. I am going to pop this champagne. We're going to take a second to take a word from our sponsor, Sip and Say, located in Merrick Road.
Yeah, Sip and Say.
Awesome. Woo!
I love you, baby, like a crazy high. Stars and fireworks in the sky. You and me will never say goodbye. In your
Hey.
All right. That's
Yes.
Sip and
Sip
Say,
and Say.
located in Merrick Road. Our
Yes.
sponsor. Go there for engraved bottles, go there for special occasions. And cheers to my
Cheers.
first podcast, having the best
Cheers.
people on ever. So exciting. But Don didn't just come here today because he likes us. That's certainly not the case.
That's the main reason.
That's not the case.
That's the main reason why.
You have something brewing that has
Yes.
been brewing for quite some time.
Yeah, I do have to go to the bathroom soon.
Yeah.
Oh, that was-
And
No, go on.
Don is gassy. And it's hard to be in a room with him. Just kidding. None of that's true. Don came out and I was at the premiere of this. I actually brought my husband. It's like one of the only comedy things he's ever been to.
Yeah, it was good.
So
to see
then
you.
it is a big deal.
was
That is a big deal.
huge- I was like, take a picture of me with Don Sell. And he was just like, ugh. And I was like, shut up. He's cool. So Don started, he had this first short of Comic Sans, which followed our main character through the comedy world as he sees people on different levels around him and his own struggle to find himself in comedy and in life.
That's correct. Yeah, it's
And I did want to ask you before we go to the clip. There's one of my favorite parts. There's two favorite parts. One is when you're in the car and it's comedy time. And if you haven't seen it, find it. Comic Sans hysterical. But two, he says to someone, he says, this is show business, not friend business. And I wanted you to kind of tell us a little about that with the comedy scene, because that's such an important thing to note, and it's powerful to say. So what did the character mean when he said it's not friend business, it's show business?
Yeah, so it's a business at the end of the day. So basically what he's saying is, listen, even though we're friends, I have to look out for the bottom line first. I have to look out for myself first. It's kind of a selfish type of thing. It's show business, not friend
Is it
business.
selfish though?
It depends how you look at it. I mean, it depends on what side of the friend business you're on. You know, if you're on the side that can make magic happen, then no, it's just business. It's not anything bad. But if you're on the other side of it, you might have some resentment. You know, hey, this guy made it. Now he's not helping me out. So I think that's kind of what it's about. And I think that's not just in the comedy world, but in life in general. You see other people succeed, and maybe your friends pass you by, or your neighbor, or whatever it might be.
Gerard Way.
Yeah, Gerard Way. All
Oh,
of a
did I
sudden,
say that out loud?
it becomes
I am
a-
completely kidding, by the
Yeah.
way.
yeah, it becomes a big star, and you're sitting there going, Gerard, can you help me out? And he's like, sorry, it's not it's show business, not friend business, baby. But yeah, so it's that, and and now we've expanded, and we're turning Comic Sans into a series, and where we're seeing Billy really kind of expand on his midlife crisis. Basically and he's also struggling with all kinds of things and demons, whether it's addiction. And there's a really good scene we just shot with Greg Criticos playing Billy's sponsor in AA. And
Shout
all
out
this
to
stuff.
Greg.
Yeah,
who's
Greg Criticos.
hysterical. Greg the Greek.
Greg, he was awesome in this film. Like, I can't say enough good things about Greg. Every time I work with Greg, it's always a great thing. He's a great dude.
He's polished.
And he's just such a character. He's this little guy, talks like this. He's this guy. And he's such a character, and I love him. And he really came through on the scene. He's moving to Greece full time.
He's like big in Greece, I heard.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's moving like away, like he's going. He's selling his property here in Astoria, Queens, and he's going. So he'll be
You better
back.
film all the shorts with him really quick.
Yeah, well, we filmed everything we needed from him for now, but we might shoot some other stuff via the phone. So like my character will talk to him on the phone. And,
That's
hey, what are you doing? We already have that worked out. But yeah, Greg Critico, shout out to him. But yeah,
He's really fun.
we're gonna get you involved in this film because Billy also gets sent back to comedy school to sharpen up his tools, because he hasn't really changed his set. Like a lot of comics that have been around, they kind of using the same set for like some of them 20 years.
And that's really disappointing for people who come to see your shows, which is why I always I have a couple key jokes, but I always change it, and I
Yeah.
also like to change transitions.
Yeah, but these guys are like you're talking about like a set that works, but they're using it for like
Right.
20 years. So Billy's kind of trapped in that. So he gets sent by his manager to go back to comedy class, and that's where he meets this whole array of younger comics and all kind of vying for the spot. And Billy still has some clout because he's the booker at the comedy club. So they
Mhm.
kind of want Billy's attention. Some hate him, some is trying to get good with him. And
So let's name drop. Who are some people that are in this? And then after that, I'll roll clip. But like, who are some people that are in this that you might have heard of, that we
Well-
might have heard of? Let's do some name drops.
well, the great Joey Cola.
Joey Cola.
Long Island legend and a comedy legend on his own right. He's the warm up act for the Drew Barrymore show currently right now. He also did Rachel
So
Ray.
he
and-
just like passes coke to everyone.
Right,
He's like, I'm
right,
really
right.
sorry.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm really sorry.
Really sorry.
Yeah, really
Sorry.
really sorry. Because she just comes out and she's like, I love it. I love
and she's
everything
uncomfortably
about
close
you."
the way she sits.
That's
there
what I
like,
was thinking. Like,
It's
you're
like,
so
yeah, it's all
wonderful.
great.
And it's like, just calm down. Just
Yeah.
calm down. So yeah, the Joey Cola is absolutely amazing. You also have Joey Petroni,
The great Jerry
who we
Petroni,
love.
who we just worked with last night. We just shot a scene last night.
Can we not mention Tony Walker?
Oh, of course,
Ugh,
my
love Tony.
my brother from another mother, Tony Walker, man. He's my cousin's husband, my cousin Lisa's husband, and we also got my cousin Zach, who's pretty much PA, assistant director. He's doing it all. I couldn't do it without Zach. Couldn't do it without Tony. The three of us are just a great team, and we're making this thing happen. And the only reason I'm starring in it is mainly because
You're vain.
no, the main reason is
Maybe
because
there it
I'm the
is.
main character in my head.
no, I couldn't get an actor that could commit to all these crazy hours and times.
True,
and stuff.
true.
So like I'm the only one that I know will do it because it's me. Like
It
I
is
know
like herding cats. I've had issues as
it's
well.
tough. Yeah, you've seen how it is.
Yeah,
it's tough.
out there.
So just
Hot
getting
out here, folks, yeah.
every shoot is tough.
I had to
So-
do that in this microphone. I'm sorry.
But another big comic we just landed is Michael Loftus. If you've seen him, he wrote for the Kevin James show. He wrote for the George Lopez show. He helped produce it. He produced Anger Management
Oh,
with
wow.
Charlie Sheen.
So he's in hard times.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's a real deal. Though.
Don's like, listen, I'll give you a place to sleep for 3 days.
No, Loftus is the man.
Holiday Inn. I'm just kidding. I don't know him, but he sounds very talented. If he's
He's-
working with you. Jokes aside, people, I joke and I rib Don, but Don is extremely talented and he makes magic happen. You saw that silly little short that we did. We like recorded it in 5 seconds, but Don literally edited it and made it look so professional. And I throw all the time edits to you that are horrible, and you make magic out of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he
absolutely.
like
Fun.
does a Venmo request. He's like $2,000. Don't you ever send me
Yeah.
it? Don't you? I'm like on a payment plan through Venmo right now for like things I send him. I'm just like, sorry, Don, I'm so sorry. And he's like, don't you ever send me anything else. Like, wow, that's really messed up. But Don did send over some awesome shots that he took last night. And I guess
Yeah.
these are
Most of these are from last night.
awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Comic Sans shots from last night.
Yeah, that was
Nice. Yeehaw.
that was from
Woo.
last night. We shot a great scene last night in
That-
the bar of Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, the legendary Governors. And yeah, it was great. It was great getting the band back together, so to speak. Because the last time we shot the first season, the first episode was about 3 years ago already. So to get these guys back, Jeff Bosey showed up. The great, hilarious Jeff Bosey showed up with a beard. And he's like,
Last time I saw him, he looked like a wizard, and I was like, "Ooh."
yeah, he's like, if you need me to shave it off, I will. So I was like,
He was exactly like that.
so I was
actually,
like,
yeah.
I was like, you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you can,
But
that would be
it's
great.
terrifying, and you're scaring the
He's
children.
like, let me call my girlfriend and see. So he called his girlfriend.
Who lives that life?
she said yes,
Fine. If I have to look at your entire face, I guess so. Throw it back out.
but she said yes, and then he shaved it. We filmed that
there?
too.
Oh, like a
Him buzzing his beard off. And then-
like I was hoping it'd be
That's-
like a breakdown moment with like him in a and it's like
like in the movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like Pink Floyd.
I was gonna say,
like
are
the
you
wall
gonna
where he like
Right.
shaves his eyebrows and stuff. and it's
totally? I feel like you could work that in
Does
somehow.
We could've-
anybody
we-
here
we could've-
remember
we missed an
Verlin?
opportunity.
And it's just like,
But he plays the bartender, and he's just watching me fall
Yeah.
off the wagon, and meanwhile he's the one that served me.
he's also like they're like they're like Maud
Yeah.
gay character. Yeah, they're the Maud gay character.
Yeah.
too. And he's
And,
like, hey guys. And it's like, But also Joey Petroni, there's actually a stack of 3 that you do, which I thought was kind of like a homage to the Stooges, but I don't know if I'm just giving you too much credit.
Oh, we talking about Sherry Poland in there. And-
Well, no, you do a stack of 3 in the last one where the 3 of them were looking around the
yeah,
corner.
right, yeah.
So I was like, I thought maybe that was like a homage to the Stooges.
It's an homage to a lot of those old movies and cartoons and
'Cause
stuff
it's
like that.
the-
Bloop, 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 like
The
they all
Yeah.
kinda
Wolverine
pop their heads.
comedy is like
Yeah.
a big scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, Donzel's so smart.
I needed comic relief
So
in that
clever.
scene. So that was in the first movie when me and Eric Haft are having this big kind of scene of why Eric Haft plays this character.
Eric had to climb out of my egress last week. I
Oh.
digress.
Yeah.
Egress.
That's-
That actually happened.
That's the Eric.
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, so he's a great comedian, very hilarious
very
dude,
polished, very good.
great actor,
Mhm.
and me and him had this scene where he's kind of the famous one who made it. He's like a Kevin James level type of comic, and I'm this house comic guy, but we came up together. So I told him, I said, hey, how come I want to get a part on your sitcom. So we had this really deep moment of he's like, you helped me when we were young, but I don't owe you. It's this really kind of deep scene. But
And
I
that was in
needed-
the first episode, right?
Yeah.
For short. Yeah.
so we needed comic relief. So that's when
Yes.
I had those 3 characters, which is Joey Petroni, Sherry Poland, and Jeff Bosey. They're kind of like the staff that works at the club. So Sherry's like the waitress, and Bosey's the bartender, and then Petroni is like the security guard. So the 3 of them kind of like, bloop, 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 like they're
Yep.
always looking out for me because I'm the house comic. So they're watching me and seeing how I'm doing and stuff.
It's very cute. It like leads the narration along. It's very cute. It's very well thought out, in my opinion.
I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah. We look forward to being invited to the premiere.
Yeah.
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 yeah,
There's that.
we're the very beginning stages of this one. We're looking,
I would like to be invited to the premiere.
of course, you'll be into the premiere when we have it.
When we
But-
have
yeah,
it,
but-
I'm
Jen.
going to buy my dress from Shein right now because I'm going to go. But this acting is really hard, and something I don't know. I kind of have like really mixed feelings about this right now. Recently, someone tagged me in a post, and apparently I have a doppelganger. So
I
if we could
saw
show up
that.
the Jen
About this.
FanDuel real quick.
Oh, I saw this.
Look at this. Look at
It's-
this. Look
It's
at it
a
with your
little
freaking
mind-blowing.
eyes.
It's a
Look at
little
it.
mind blowing.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at me. Look at that.
And now look at this.
Now I have a couple things to say. I'm not. I think she's a very attractive young woman. I
She
think
is
She's very attractive because she does look like me.
She exactly.
But I
That's
think there
what
are
I was gonna
glaring
say.
differences that you should sit down with and understand.
Okay,
You know,
do
What-
tell.
number one, my eyebrows. Look at these. Look at these. Look at these
Look at these-
babies.
They're on
These
fleek.
are
Beautifully
Your
curated.
Well,
eyebrows are
yeah.
on fleek.
My eyebrows are curated.
What's wrong with her eyebrows?
They are not curated. Look at this. They're like just confused. Secondly, her hair. Love it. Love it on her.
Have you ever done your hair that
I've
light?
had my hair blonde
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
I was in the chair getting it done with you actually not too long
Oh,
ago.
that time, yeah, when I interviewed you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
But also not, and then, we're all on our journeys.
You're all on your journeys.
We're all on
and
our
you're each
journeys, and I'm
beautiful
not
in
a
your own
body
ways, but
shamer.
Damn.
But like,
Would you ever wear a Kansas City Chiefs?
no,
jersey?
I'm not a sports person, but I do like to
Sports.
gamble.
You can represent the Jets. Or
I
something.
love to
I don't
gamble
know if
though.
that's the same.
I like Kentucky
thing.
Derby. I'm going to be all over.
Okay.
I like
okay.
research 2 days in
Okay.
advance. I have like I go to this crazy party. I wear a fascinator.
You wear the big hat. You wear the big
Yeah,
hat?
fascinator,
Yeah.
of course.
That's what they call them.
They're called fascinators. yeah.
Fascinators.
Mhm. So like I do all of that, yes, but like people were like, "Is this you?" And it was like, no. So we have to find her. We have to
So
find
if
her.
anybody out there knows
Is there
her
anybody out
out
there?
I think. Well,
We are
Benny.
really-
Benny.
we're on a Pink Floyd.
We are on a Pink Floyd.
streak
I am on the
tonight.
wall right now. So we are going to have to wrap this up, but I did want to go over some events that we have. That I have specifically. If you guys enjoyed the show or if you want to see more of me, go for it. We have the April 2nd Speakeasy in Long Beach. Excellent. And the April 5th VFW fundraiser. Wonderful. And also the April 10th, I'll be at Brokerage. So there you go. There is the Brokerage. Excellent. That's going to be at April 10th. If we could
Nice.
show
That's a good
the
bill.
yeah, I made that flyer.
Flyer looks great.
I'm killing it, man. In the
Good
flyer
group of
game, I've
people on
been
there.
killing it. If we could show the April 5th VFW fundraiser. I don't know if they have it or well, I'll be at the VFW out in Patchogue for a fundraiser. I'll also be around April 2nd for Speakeasy in Long Beach. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much to Dave Dramont to allow us to use his music for this. And thank you for my guests, both Don Sill and for Tawny for coming. Thank you to our sponsor, Sip and Say. And thank you to guys coming out and watching our very first episode of The Long Island Hustle.
Yeah,
Have a great
hustle,
night,
baby.
everybody.
Every day I'm
Excellent.
hustling.
Hustling.
Very cool.